I want to rewind 2 years ago. There was a girl that I really liked, that I had extreme admiration, love, respect, and we got on amazing. I used to view her insanely highly. This was partly because this was my first time really seeing someone again and properly after years of not really having much because I was so insular and to myself. And this was a serious thing for me back then. And I never really had much serious stuff back then because I was so sheltered off and I was so insecure. I didn't view myself in a good light back then. It all went bad, it all went wrong, issues arose, things were going terrible, and it's about 2 years down the line now, and I have to see that person in certain scenarios, in certain places. Just want to talk how after a while, they do not have the power that they once had in your life. And this is the weirdest thing that happened to me, because before I would try to help that person, give that person, even though it went wrong, I would try to help that person, make sure she's alright, make sure she feels good, make sure she still likes me, make sure everything's okay. And now I've took the complete opposite approach, where I've actually directed my own energy into myself and into the real people that deserve that energy, and more so over into improving myself, bettering myself, keeping focus on where I want to be as a person and who I want to be on a real level. And this has actually changed the game and had insanely positive results instead of negative results, where you give to someone that it's going to go wrong again anyway, so there ain't really much point in giving to that person. And it's a beautiful thing in a sense. I just want to make this video for you lot to understand that after a while, they won't have the power in your life. And we all have had experiences where we put someone on a pedestal, we make them out to be better than they are, more amazing than they are, and we forget that it's taking two to tango in that situation. So it's taking you and that person. And I've started to realize that a lot of the benefits that were coming was because of me and because of how I was giving myself, how I was coming across. And I realized that when I speak to other people, I get the same benefits, and other girls or whatever, I get the same benefits. And that person, when I'm not giving them that attention or that admiration, they have no power at all. And they are not getting anywhere near the same interactions, same benefits, same positive things going on. Meaning that they no longer have the power in your life. And there's a beautiful thing and a beautiful message in this video, really, because you will have times where you lose people, where you lose friendships, girls, whatever it is, you lose people and you think, this might be my life over, this is terrible, I hate myself, or how do I get out of this pain, how do I get out of this sadness, like I had back then. I didn't know how I was going to get out of this sadness or that pain. I was in a very bad position, to the point, all the mental health struggles, all the mental pain. When you lose a friend and a girl, it's kind of hard to bounce back from that without actually going through a lot of negative emotion, a lot of pain. And it's a beautiful thing when you come out the other side of that and you come back with so much more. And now I'm in a complete different position, and this is going to be motivation for you lot if something has actually went wrong in your life recently, that it will get better over time. For example, now it's around 2 years down the line. It's not quite 2 years, but near enough 2 years. And the experiences I've had since then, the different friendships I've got, now I've got a whole different friendship group that I'll get on amazing with, that we have amazing times, loads of plans coming up, good things happening, who don't judge me like my old friends did. Now I have different goals in my life where I'm able to do what I want and direct myself when I want into them people that actually want real shit and don't have this ego around themselves. And I have good people in my life in a general sense. So on a real level, I have no negatives from that. And I'm in better shape since then. I've made more money since then. I'm more confident in myself since then. This YouTube channel is doing better since then. So technically, I've had no negatives from that situation, only positives and only learning lessons. But going through that, it was a lot of pain, a lot of sadness, hating myself and questioning myself, especially when someone attacks your character deeply, where they're attacking every single area of you and going at you. It's hard to even navigate through that when you're not used to that, especially when it's someone you care about. When you get in arguments, when you've had something, it's always long as fuck, don't get me wrong. And you kind of question your character because you're like, this person knew me quite well and they had admiration and love for me, and then they go and they chop you down and they know how to make you insecure and make you hurt yourself, make you feel a bit down. And there's a beautiful thing when you get 2 years down the line, you feel in an amazing position. And a year ago, I felt it a little bit, but I was still trying to give to this person, which wasn't a positive thing. And now I just don't give it all. Now I don't give it all, and I can see it's affecting that person and they regret that decision. And that's a beautiful thing. And they're never having me in their life again. And this is what you need. You need this mindset to understand that you go through these situations, you go through these things going wrong, you go through this pain, this sadness, these times where you question yourself, where you're wondering, why did this thing go wrong? Why did this situation go wrong? Why did I lose about 5 people out of my life who I thought was going to be in my life for a long time. Why? But the reason is you develop that self-confidence, that self-belief, that self-perseverance through that situation that enables you to actually grow into a better version. And as you get down the line, you actually start having a much better and more grateful life. You have different friends, you have different goals, you have more confidence, more belief in yourself, because you go from being down and hating yourself and not enjoying who you are as a person and questioning yourself because you've lost a lot, to gaining back way more in yourself, gaining yourself back plus all the external stuff as well, meaning you're in a much better position than you were back then. And that's a beautiful thing. And I don't want you lot who are going through something that's hard to take that as a complete 100% negative, because a lot of times there's a lot of lessons in when you go through a situation that goes wrong. When you lose people, you always learn a lot, and you more so learn more about yourself than these other people, because people's going to come and go, and especially girls as well, they come and go. If you have that mindset that this is to better me and try to find some lessons out of that situation, whether it's developing a better mindset in yourself, developing yourself as a person, working towards goals, redirecting yourself into your goals and not putting your attention on women, you will start improving yourself and helping yourself and making yourself into someone you're proud of. And my life is so different from how it was then. My confidence, my aura, how I hold myself is so different from how I was then. And I just want to give you a lot of this motivation, because when you're going through it, you feel like there's no way out. There's no way out. I remember I was in such a bad position, and it's still kind of fresh. I can still feel the pain a little bit in me still, which is crazy in a sense, but I've got over it in a real way, and I'm in a much better position to this day from that situation, from losing people. And now I view it in such a more positive light. I just want you lot to reaffirm this in your head, that when you go through a situation that may hurt you, that may sting you a bit, if you think on a longer term perspective of you making the right decisions and trying to better yourself and improving yourself and directing yourself into you more importantly, understanding yourself more importantly, you will come back and gain much more if you are persistent in that journey. Like I had videos back then of me going through some stuff, and you could even go back on my channel. I got videos back then where I'm going through something, and I was telling myself, oh, over a long period of time, it made the difference, it made the difference, it made the difference. And I didn't actually know if that was actually right at that time. I was saying it, but I didn't know if it was right. And now it's apparent to me that that was 100% right. That was 100% right. If you just dedicate yourself to you, the real people in your life, improving yourself and actually making yourself into someone you're proud of, while these people are still not even helping themselves or not really improving themselves, or just in the same delusion, they're not really truly helping themselves, and you are directing yourself into a person you want to be, putting a lot of effort into that vision and that person you want to be, you will be in a much better position. If you are smart with how you're trying to direct yourself, you're getting in the gym, you're trying to make more money and save more money, and you're making yourself into someone you're proud of, you're constantly consuming knowledge, you're trying to help yourself, and you're having more social interactions with people, and you're actually making yourself into someone you're happy with, that will make the true difference in your life. And that's going to be a true message in this video. There will come a time where they don't have the power in your life anymore, and that's a beautiful thing, and that's going to be a true message in this video. Hope you lot got a lot of value. If you want to achieve your dream physique, shoot me an email at reallouis23@gmail.com, and I can coach you and miss out all the bullshit that you don't know what to do and get you in your dream physique. Thank you.